You could be missing out on a ton of views simply because you are making 5 common mistakes that almost all small YouTubers make. In this video, I'm going to show you examples of these mistakes and show you how to fix them. Now keep in mind, all of these examples are from people who asked me to look at their channels. This first mistake that almost all small YouTubers make is something that sets their video up to fail in the first 10 seconds. Not planning your introduction before you record your video. That doesn't mean you have to script your introduction, but it does mean you need 3 things in the very first 30 seconds. Before I give you my formula of those 3 things, I want you to look at some examples of what happens when you don't plan your introduction.
Hi, it's Dawn from Dawnversations. Obviously, you know that. Ignore my hair. It's so humid here, and if
we are 11 seconds in and all Dawn has done is pause, introduce herself, and talk about her hair, and her hair is not what this video is about. In fact, we won't find out what this video is about until right here.
But I need to talk about politics for a moment.
41 seconds. Dawn could have started this video right there. I don't usually talk about politics, and then get into it, because that's what her person came to the video for. What I see a lot of small creators do is they assume they are talking to their existing audience. I think Dawn is just thinking she's talking to her podcast listeners because she is doing podcasts and putting them on her channel. But if you want to grow your channel on YouTube, you have to think of the people on YouTube who don't know who you are. If you assume they know who you are and you talk about things that only your friends would care about, then those people aren't going to stick around and they're not going to subscribe to your channel, and your channel's not going to grow.
Oh yeah, look at that crap. Hey, welcome back to Carolina Cowboy Cooking. A Wagyu steak on a big green egg. It's gonna be incredible. First Wagyu we've ever done.
All right, Carolina Cowboy Cooking almost had it right. And then he started showing random pictures of him and his views and talking about hummingbirds. And really all he had to do was show that sizzling steak at the beginning and then get right into what he was doing. Here are the 3 things you need in the first 30 seconds of your video if you want people to keep watching. The way I remember them is WTF. W, what's the title of this video? The very first part of your video needs to confirm that this video is indeed about what you said it's about in the title of the video. The T is for tease. Tell them what they're going to get by watching this video. And then the last one is F for forge. That means forge on. Get to the point. Don't dilly-dally or they are going to stop watching. The second common mistake that small YouTubers almost always make is something that's not only going to hurt their video, but it can hurt their channel as a whole: confusing thumbnails. Looking at this channel right here, I want you to look at the colors and I want you to look at the words and I want you to tell me what you think this channel is about. This channel is about caregivers who take care of their elderly parents. But you wouldn't know that based on the color choice, the fonts, and the words in the thumbnails. For example, this clever but confusing thumbnail, confidence in the toilet. And then when I click on the video, she's talking about confidence, but she's not in the bathroom. I'm still very confused about why there was a toilet in the thumbnail. And she goes on, and 5 minutes in the video, I still don't know why we saw a toilet in that thumbnail. I actually thought she was gonna tell me about how she was gonna help her mom she was caring for have more confidence in the bathroom, because I know, because my dad is in memory care, that is something that's very frightening if they don't feel safe in the bathroom when they go to take a shower, whatnot. That's what I assumed this video was about. But then when I got into the video, it was not about that. It was about confidence for the caregiver themselves. But you see how I'm having to work really hard to put all of this together? And that's what you don't want people to have to do. You don't want people to have to go watch the video to understand what was in your thumbnail. Because if that happens, they're not clicking on the thumbnail, or if they do click on the thumbnail, they realize the video is not what they thought it was, and now they're gonna stop watching your video. Now, 5 minutes into Erin's video, she goes into how journaling has really helped her as a caregiver. And she starts to talk about things that she wishes she knew when she first started caring for her elderly parent. Well, I found this video. Look how many views it has. 150,000, and this creator only has 21.9 thousand subscribers, and her title was, I wish someone told me the 10 things all caregivers and aging adults should know about caregiving. Now, Erin doesn't have to use this exact title, but I do think if she would have said something like the 10 things caregivers need to know, and then she goes into that journaling as one point in her video, she's going to attract more people to that video because it has a broader topic. It's not just specifically about building confidence or about journaling. As a small creator, it's so important that we are making it very clear what our video is about, not just for the person who sees our thumbnail, but also so the algorithm knows how to categorize your video and show it to the right people. That brings me to the next common mistake small YouTubers make. They do not do any research when it comes to figuring out the topic, title, and thumbnail of their video. And that's what I think happened on this video right here from Love Body Woman. If you look at the title and the thumbnail, food addiction, it's not about the food. 5 reasons why my food addiction was not about the food. I don't think her ideal person is searching for reasons why food addiction is not about the food. You have to be thinking of the person who needs this video. The person who needs this video is someone who is obsessed with food, someone who most likely binge eats a lot, and they want to stop. So if we're just thinking about that person, what would they be searching for if they came to YouTube? Could it possibly be how to stop binge eating or how to eat like a normal person? I can speak to this because I suffered from binge eating disorder for over 20 years. Those are the things I Googled when I was going through that. So if I go and I search how I stopped thinking about food, look at this video that pops up right here. You won't stop binge eating until you understand this. And then she shows a picture of her eating and it says, become a normal, healthy eater. That right there goes hand in hand with what this video is all about. You see how she could have shown up in search and grabbed the attention of her ideal person just by rephrasing the title. You have to go look at stuff that is proven to grab people's attention, that's proven to be something that your ideal person even wants to watch before you go make a video. This next common mistake that small YouTubers make is something that can wreck their channel from the very beginning. And I asked my subscribers if they thought that this wrecked their channel when they did this, and almost all of them said absolutely yes, and they stopped doing it. Creating YouTube Shorts. Hear me out. If you like to create YouTube Shorts, by all means, make YouTube Shorts. If you find that YouTube Shorts is not just getting you subscribers, but it's also getting people to watch your long form video, then keep doing YouTube Shorts. But most people find that when they do YouTube Shorts, the people who subscribe and watch their shorts do not come and watch their long form video. And the views on YouTube Shorts do not help your watch time if you're trying to monetize your account with long form video. Here's what I think about shorts, because I have an entire course dedicated to short form video. Short form video is great for people who want to learn how to make videos in the beginning. And it's also great if you can repurpose your long form content and link your short to that long form video and get people to watch it that way. But the majority of people who watch shorts, they're not in the mindset to go and watch a long form video. They're mindlessly scrolling. They just want to be entertained. Therefore, they're less likely to be someone who's going to go back and watch your long form video. This next common mistake is one I did for a very long time because I am not a details person. But I have found that if you do not pay attention to your analytics, you are not going to improve your videos and get people to watch your videos longer, which means getting more views on your video. So if you're like me and you don't like to look at tiny little numbers and lots of words and graphs, I'm going to show you the easiest way to focus on your analytics and improve your videos. If you look at this retention graph, you can see they highlight the first 30 seconds. They even tell you, YouTube even tells you how many viewers are still watching you at the 30-second mark. That is because the more people you can keep in the first 30 seconds, the more people you have watching the rest of your video, and that is what's going to get your video pushed out when people are watching your video longer. So you need to really focus on getting this number up as high as possible. If you're sitting at 5% in your first 30 seconds, then aim to get it to 10, 15%, and then from 15%, get it to 20, 25. But my goal is always to get it to at least 70%. That's my personal goal. You're gonna have your own number. Then you need to start looking at dips and at places where you actually see peaks in your video. That means that people are rewinding or they're forwarding to that part of the video. We want to know what's happening in that part of the video so that we can do more of that in our future videos. You also want to be looking at the total amount of time that people are watching on average. I try to get mine at least at 50%. Every video you make, think about beating your best. How can you get more people in the first 30 seconds? How can you get more people watching at the very end of your video? And how can you get more people clicking on your video by paying attention to your click-through rate? The other thing you want to pay attention to is your comments. If you get fixated on what your viewers like and you make the tweaks to give them more of what they want, then you are going to see an increase in your views. Now that you know what to do to improve your videos and get more views, you need to have the right strategy to make sure you are consistent with your videos. And I'm going to show you my 3 strategies I use in this video right here.